It's Brian O'Neill from the newsroom on AM 1480 WLEA. Here's what we know. Over in Allegheny County, there was a house fire. Two dead bodies were found inside. Early reports indicate that the two bodies died of stab wounds. A 17-year-old boy, William Larson Jr., was at the scene of the fire originally. State police say he disappeared. They've been trying to talk to him since about 12:30 a.m. early this morning. He keeps disappearing on them. Townspeople will report a sighting, and the teen makes a run for it into wooded areas and gets away. The latest on that is that there's a search for him going on now over in Clarksville, where this whole thing started, again, early this morning in the 12 a.m. hour. We have on our line Mike Baldwin from the Wellsville Regional News page. Mike, what's the latest?
Well, according to the Allegheny County 911 Center, they received a call from a resident on Barber Road in the town of Clarksville who said they had a face-to-face confrontation with the alleged double murder suspect. They positively identified him, and then he said he ran into a wooded area. State police have helicopters over the scene and a bunch of troopers there, so it's still an active scene.
Good evening, I'm Brian O'Neill. Here's the latest on the ONeil fires. What we know is this: 3 houses are burned to the ground. A total of 8 houses on Preston Avenue on fire. There's 3 houses on the next street over, Washington Street, that are also on fire. We have on the line with us Police Chief Ted Murray. And the reason we have the police chief on the phone, by the way, and he's good enough to come on with us, the reason we have the police chief on the phone with us is because the fire chief is too busy to talk. Police assisted the fire department in knocking down doors and getting people out of the burning houses. Chief, you know the number of people who lived in these houses. You know the number of people who got out. What do we know tonight?
Okay, it looks like right now is we're not missing anyone. It looks like everyone got out of the apartment safely, and there's no fatalities at this point.
Do we know of any burn injuries?
None that I'm aware of, no.
ONeil Police Chief Ted Murray, cannot thank you enough for joining us. Now switching over to ONeil Mayor John Buckley. What are Captain Tingley or Chief Brzezowski saying about this fire, John?
Well, they haven't really seen something this bad, especially in the neighborhood and in the city of ONeil. But we're just kind of counting our blessings right now that no one was hurt, and we're focused on the folks that were displaced and making sure that they have accommodations. And I've been in touch with the Red Cross tonight and over at the high school. Superintendent Jeremy Pilati. They opened up the high school cafeteria and used that as a shelter.
Talking to ONeil Mayor John Buckley. We won't keep you much longer, Mr. Mayor. You spoke with the people at the shelter tonight. You talked about how a lot of people are being very generous in their donations. Where do people go if they want to drop any kind of supplies off? And do you have a sense of what's needed at the moment?
Well, really, there's a lot that's needed, and there'll be more, in the coming days, because these homes that were lost. I mean, we're talking a total loss. There's no salvaging, the homes, let alone any of the materials or the clothing or personal belongings. It's all gone. But like I said, we're going to move everything that was donated tonight over to the Art Center. So if people want to, donate more, the Art Center would be the landing spot going forward. So, late tomorrow, probably mid-morning, around 10 o'clock, we'll start moving things from the high school over, and we'll have that set up, and we'll have volunteers that'll staff it. So when those folks come in, they can, the doors will be open to them.
Gonna let you go. ONeil Mayor John Buckley, I'm sure we'll be talking to you a lot over the next few days. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
It's AM 1480 WLEA ONeil. Mayor John Buckley saying 8 families, total of 21 people affected, 21 individuals, numerous houses caught on fire. this afternoon. Several homes completely ruined in the fire. No injuries or fatalities except for some cats and dogs, but none of the people who were in these residences have died, and everybody's been accounted for. We were told earlier by Hornell Police Chief Ted Murray. It's AM 1480, WLEA Hornell, and we now return to our regular programming, NFL on Westwood One.